Hey guys, Jsnow with a video for you guys. So I haven't, I wanted to make a different video than the usual unboxing videos that I've been doing. So I thought, why not do like a simple guide as far as like shipping, not shipping and packing, but how to protect your cards and a little bit of shipping and packing. So this is going to be very basic. Of course, if you're some kind of card store or veteran card seller, you probably know about most of this already. But for people maybe just starting out or they just want to keep their cards in decent condition, this will be a great way to start it off. So we're going to start off with the most basic of basics, which is the penny sleeve. So for those of you who don't know what a penny sleeve, it's called the penny sleeve because it usually costs about a penny per sleeve or $1. Some stores sell them for about 75 cents plus tax, or you might get them cheaper, but they're pretty much throwaways. Now, this is the most basic thing you can put your card in to protect your card. So if you want to like slide it into a binder or just put it into a binder or a book, or you just want to lay it on top of a like a box, then you want to put it into a penny sleeve. So basically any card that is not worth anything goes into a penny sleeve. You usually put about one card, 1 to 3. Now the most you can fit in a penny sleeve is about 8. So right here we have a stack of 8 Magic the Gathering cards, so it's standard size cards. And that's what I feel comfortable putting in at most. You can sometimes get away with 10, but it will usually break the sleeve. Right now I'm using the sleeve brand I'm using is BCW only because I got it on for really cheap and in bulk. But most people use the Ultra Pro sleeves, but they're penny sleeves for a reason. They're not really durable, and once you put in 8 cards like this, it will stretch out the pack. And then another thing you need to know is that these things break very easily, especially the BC. I already broke it. I didn't even try. And I already broke it. But the BCW sleeves I'm not a big fan of because they split real easily. As you can see, I just went like that. I didn't even pull on it, nothing, and it broke. So I unfortunately cannot recommend the brand I'm using, but it's just the pennies. So top loaders. I'll be a penny sleeve right here. I got penny sleeves everywhere. My family likes to call them cockroaches because they disappear all throughout the house randomly. So top loader is the plastic thing, so I should have it right here. Actually, yes I do, so let's put it right here. Here's a sealed one of BCW. Now I like this one, but it doesn't fit a single card in it. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. But you can also get these Ultra Pro, a couple other brands sell it, but usually BCW and Ultra Pro are basically the top brands, or most common brands I should say the top, but most common brands for getting sleeves and all types of stuff. And BCW has pretty good discounts if you buy like a ton at once. So we're gonna take a card. So let's grab this axe. Put it in the sleeve, so facing off the top. W top loader, because I have a lot of different ones floating around from old ones. But with the BCW, it doesn't fit just one card, because as you can see, if I go to shake it, so it's just one card in here, it falls right out. It even does that with 2 cards. So what you need to do is actually use 3 cards, unfortunately. And that's the max this thing can fit. If you try to fit 4 Magic cards in here, you'll damage the card. So don't stuff more than 3. So with 3, what you do is you press slightly on this. And I know some people might be saying like, "Oh my God, you're touching the top of the card, you're gonna damage it." I've never had that issue, and then also, you know, make sure you just cut your nails and you won't have that issue. So as you see, it'll get stuck because it can't go any further because it's too thick. But all you need to do, and this might also be controversial, is you just plop the sides like this. So as you can see, it pops open. It's kind of satisfying for some reason. Pop open and then put your finger in and push down just gently. And there you go. You have your card in your thing. Now you can also do the pounding method, which also works, and then you would pound it on something. I don't want to do it on camera because it's going to sound really loud, but basically just find a solid surface that you don't care if it gets scratched or anything like that, and just pound it. But basically what you do is you just slam the thing, and make sure you hold it sturdy, otherwise it's going to fall out. You just slam the card in, and then it will start slowly going to the bottom, but because the BCW top loaders have this side grip thing, some top loaders don't have it, so it won't work. You just push down, and it's a lot easier, and it won't come out. So like you can shake it really hard, and as you can see, it's not gonna move in transit. Now the other thing Now this I haven't actually tested that much, and this is something that some people don't know about, is Shipping Shield. So Shipping Shield, so the website's right there, I'll put it to the side so you guys can see it. This is not a promotion for this thing, I just happen to have one laying around. But it was interesting because top loaders during the pandemic were getting really expensive due to production issues. So this company, Shipping Shield, I found out about, makes these cardboard shipping tablets that you can fit cards into. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, because I think it fits up to 8. I want to say it fits up to 8. I mean, if the website will say it. If you just want to look it up, just go, just go to the website. But basically, you will take your cards, put them in a penny sleeve. So we've got a penny sleeve right here. So this is about like 5 cards, I think. And then you open the little tab, and then it's a very tight fit. Like, I'm trying to bend it open, but I've actually never shipped one out in this. But I've gotten cards shipped in it, and it's pretty good. So you just put it in there, slide it in. See, what I don't like about this is since it's such a tight fit, I feel like I'm damaging the cards by having to push them in, because you can't do the push method. Oh, I already broke the penny sleeve. Alright, so there's a better way probably to fit them in. Then again, this might not be able to hold 5 cards. I broke the penny sleeve, but that's not really an issue because all you have to do is fold down the flap and put a little piece of tape on it, and there's pretty much no way it's opening up unless somehow the tape gets sliced by some razor thin margin. Like, it's just not happening. And this will keep your card just as safe as a top loader because it's very firm. Like, I'm trying to squeeze it right now in half, and it's not working. So, you know, pretty good. So I definitely recommend these, but because top loaders are starting to get to normal price again, it's almost the same price when you look at both of them. It just depends. Do you want to use the plastic or do you want to use the cardboard? I'm just going to put this to the side. And the last thing is team bags. So I have an open pack right here because I didn't have one fresh one lying around. But what's a team bag? So a team bag, it holds a bunch of cards. We'll just leave it at that. They also, I think they're called set bags. They have a couple different names, which is kind of annoying, but I know Ultra Pro and BCW sells them. BCW sells a big one, which I'll show you in a second. So we're going to put that to the side. So, when packaging a card, but let's say it's like 10 or more cards. So, for example, what you're going to do is you take the card facing upwards. You want the top facing up. And it may seem weird, but I'll tell you why. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the top loader, and you're going to slide it into the team bag, and then put the card, and slide the card in, and then make sure it's all lined up. It's all lined up perfectly. And then there's a little tape thing that you just pull off. Very satisfying to do. And then you're going to pull it back, and then just seal it. And voila. This is how you ship multiple cards. I would probably only go up to 8 depending on well, it depends on the mail size. If you're doing tracking, you can do more. But usually if an order is 4 or more cards, then I do this method of the team bag. Now, I did get almost got negative reviews, I should say, from people who had no idea like what this was, and they thought the card would be damaged. But if you look at it, it's not going to fall out the top wrapper. It's not going to fall out the top wrapper because it's sealed from the top, and then the penny sleeve, it can only move up so far, so you probably can't see it on this garbage camera I'm using, but it seems like somewhere over there, this penny sleeve gets stuck at the top, preventing the card from going all the way to the top, and even if the card goes all the way to the top, it's just going to hit the rim, which won't damage it at all. And then, let's shake it back a bit, and then if you bend it, it's not going to bend that much. I mean, of course, it's still possible. These can get bent. I mean, the more cards you have in it, of course, the better. But this is how I package it. I've had 0 issues. My complaints were literally, hey, my card came in pristine condition, but why'd you pack it like this? I thought it would get damaged. It came from all the way from, you know, East Coast to West Coast. Like, why? Like, it's the packaging's so bad and everything, but my card is in mint condition. I'm like, bro, your card is in mint condition. It's okay. It's okay. So that's how you use a team bag. Next, I just wanted to show off the team bag. So if you're using like a cardboard storage box, like those white BCWs, or just like something with a rough bottom where the cards would probably scratch, but you don't want to sleeve up every single card because it takes up a ton of time and it's not really worth sleeving up a penny card. Because when it comes to commons and like low value stuff, like condition doesn't really matter all that much as long as it's not destroyed or beat to death. But what I like to do, like for example for Yu-Gi-Oh foils, like foils scratch. Everybody knows this, but if the foil's not really worth anything at the moment, like it's worth less than 25 cents or whatever, what I do is I take a team bag. So I think this team bag, this is probably not the Ultra Pro one. This might be the BCW one. But it could fit a ton of cards in it. And then you don't actually have to seal it as long as you have a lid to the box. Now, if you don't have a lid, you might have to seal it, which will be annoying, so you'll have to keep sealing it back and forth, and I'm not sure how many times you can do that. But I put in about, I want to say this is about 50 cards, plus a divider in it just to divide the spells and the traps, etc. And then you just leave it, and you just sit it, and then it will fold if you just put a box on it. And it's not a big issue because these cards aren't worth that much. So you just don't want them to get rubbing on the bottom or the foil getting scratched back and forth. So that's how I put them in here. And then here's a smaller box where I put them all. I put the Naribu, is that how you say it? Naribu, in the box. So here's like maybe 40 Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something like that. And I just don't seal them so I can keep using them over and over and over again. I think it's awesome that if you can get these cheap, the team bags here. Team bags, if you can get them cheap, they're usually around $3, I think, if I remember correctly. If you can get them less, that's good, but it's great to store bulk in and not have to worry about it scraping across the floor. So that's pretty much it for this video. Hope it didn't take too long, even though I messed up big time. But if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe for more, I guess, Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh openings and random stuff. I'm trying to do more things, but I'm not exactly sure what to do with it. For price reference, basically, to quickly go over it, card sleeves, try not to pay more than $1 for it. You know, $1 plus tax is fine, but if you're trying to save money, try to look for under $1, because that's pretty much what they're worth. Team bags usually go for about 2 to 3. These don't go on sale too often, but when they do, it's awesome. But yeah, if you can get the team bags for around 2 to 3, that's perfectly good. If you don't ship or store a lot of cards, then you don't really need a team. You may need only one if you don't do much with a ton of cards, because this is basically, team bags are mostly for stores and big collections and stuff like that. What do you call it? The top loaders. Sorry. Top loaders over here. Now, top loaders for some reason comes in the prices are all over the place still, but basically the most common pack is the pack of 25, which we have right here. There should be 25 standard top, 25 rigid plastic holders. So $5 is kind of the rip-off price, I want to say, because if you do buy them in bulk, I think I got this for like $2, a couple of pennies, and plus tax each. But these are kind of hard to find, to be honest, unless you go to the manufacturer website. So some stores might have them in stock, some don't. LGS, who knows how much they charge. But basically, the average is about $3 for this. So if you can get these for around $3, then I'd say that's pretty okay. But if you're doing a lot of sales, you definitely need to go cheap. You need to go as cheap as possible, because you'll run out of these things in 5 seconds. These things go like liquid gold, pretty much. Actually, they were liquid gold during the pandemic. So there we go. Top loaders, penny sleeves, everything else. So thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.